Hello, my name's Dennis from Smoke Daddy Inc. I'm going to show you how I do lox and smoked fish using the Smoke Daddy and our new Pellet Pro Grill. It's pretty simple. I have some salmon fillets. They're pretty large salmon fillets here. But the basic brine is kosher salt and brown sugar in equal parts. That's a good start. That's the way I started it out, and it works good. You just dry rub these. You put that salt and brown sugar on them, you know, real heavily, and what that does is cures the fish, draws out some liquid, and gets it ready for your smoker. Now I've had these brining for about 36 hours. They are very thick pieces of salmon, so that's why I went that long. Right now they're cured. I mean, these are ready to eat. You can eat those or taste it for the amount of salt. So I'll show you here how much liquid was pulled out of these fillets. These are huge, man. So that's why I left them in for 36 hours to get that brine nice and deep into the flesh of the meat. So when you put the when you get the salmon, you'll be able to feel they're raw, you know, but after you cure them, you can tell by just pushing on the meat, you know, it'll firm up, and because it pulled out a lot of liquid. I can show you how much liquid was pulled out of that fish here, which is quite a bit. It made its own brine here. So, you know, this is the way I do it. I like to do the dry cure. I think it works better. The other thing I did put on the fish was some black pepper. Just sprinkled it on there. So right now, like I say, this is ready to eat. I mean, you can taste it for your salt content. And what we're going to do is freshen the fish in some cold water. So I just want to see the salt content is pretty good. So what we're going to do now, I'll take you over to the sink. We'll rinse it off and let it soak for a couple, 3 hours before we go to the next step. So with that, I'll meet you over at the sink. Okay, what we're going to do now is rinse this fish off in some cold water. I've been filling the sink with some cold water. We're just going to rinse it off. And you'll feel some pin bones in there. Now if you're going to do lox, which I think I'm going to make lox out of this particular piece, it's a nice piece for that, I'd pull all the little pin bones out of there. What we're going to do is cold smoke this, probably at a temperature around 100 or below 100 really, and with a fan blowing on it, but I'll show you that. So we'll just put these in some cold water here, rub off any excess salt and sugar, and I'll let them sit here for a couple, 3 hours. You know, I'll taste it occasionally, and then when I get to where the salt tastes right to me, then I'll take it out, and we'll put it out, take them outside, put them in front of a fan for a while to get them dried out even a little bit more before we put them on the Pellet Pro Smoker Grill. So with that, we'll meet you outside. Okay, this is the other procedure. We're going to dry the fish a little bit to the touch. I've got it outside here on a rack with a fan blowing on it, which is going to help tremendously to get it to where I'd like to have it. Actually, it's 100 degrees out here today, so it's a hot one. But what we're going to do with that as it starts to dry out a little bit is I'm going to put a glaze on it. It's a combination of rum and some molasses. You just mix that up and put it on there. It makes a real nice sweet and flavor for it. But right now we're just going to let this sit for maybe an hour or two and check on it, and then we'll get to put it in the smoker. I want to show you our Pellet Pro Pellet Grill that we're going to...
Nice shirt.
You like that?
Yeah, I do like that. I want one.
Anyways, this is our Pellet Pro Grill. We're going to smoke with this. We'll put the fish on there after a while. And right now I have it on the smoke setting. It's on the lowest setting, being that it's so hot today. And it's reading 144 degrees. So I think that's going to be a perfect temperature for smoking this fish. If we're, and what I'll do too is light this Smoke Daddy up, which will introduce even a little bit more smoke to it. So with that, we'll come back later and I'll show you the fish on the grill, and we'll go from there. So thanks for looking. Okay, this fish is drying out real nice here today. Actually what we're going to do, we're going to go see a movie with the grandkids and come back in a couple 3 hours, and then we'll put it on the smoker. Like I say, I've had it set on the cold smoke setting here, and it's staying right around 133, 134. So I think it's going to work good at these lower temperatures. Like I say, today's 100 degrees. Plus you can use a little piece of wood here to kind of adjust it. I mean, let a little air in there to get the temperature down farther. But on the smoke setting, I'll have another video to show how to set the cold smoke setting on the Pellet Pro Grill. So anyways, we're going to go see a movie, and we'll be back. Okay, but we're back from the movies, and the fish is dried out real nice to the touch. So what we're going to do is put it on the smoker, the Pellet Pro Grill smoker. And what we're going to do is introduce a little more smoke to it using the Smoke Daddy. It's a simple device here. I've got it loaded up with pellets right now. You just simply light it from the bottom with a propane torch. And it'll start to produce smoke. A little extra smoke for this application. So this is real simple. You just for about 35-40 seconds, and you'll start generating some smoke here, and the little pump down here will pump the smoke into the grill. So I have it set on the smoke setting. The temperature will probably stay right around 150, 155, and I'll get this fish smoked. So that's just about enough. You can put some hardwood charcoal, wood chips, wood chunks, charcoal in here, twigs off your tree if you want. So, but as you can see, this starts to generate some smoke. Put the bottom cap on, which catches any hot ash or that. So this will give you the extra smoke that everybody's looking for. So what I'll do, I'll come back in a little while. Probably I might put a little piece of wood under here to vent it, since it is such a hot day today. It's 100 degrees out yet today. So, but we'll come back in a little while, and I'll show you that. So thanks for looking. We'll come back in a little bit and check and see how this is doing. I'll probably let it go for 3-4 hours and give it a check to see where I'm at. So thanks. Okay, it's been a little over an hour, and we've been smoking this fish on the Pellet Pro Grill. We've got the Smoke Daddy going here. The sun has gone down, so I think what I'm going to do is readjust the smoke setting to raise the temperature up a little bit more in the grill. It's simple to do. You just push these two buttons in while it's on the smoke setting, the up and down button, until you see an E right here. Now what we'll do is bring the auger down to about 85 seconds shut off time for the auger. That will raise the temperature in the grill. So it's a time cycle for the smoke setting. So that's it. We can take a look on the inside here, but it's working great. Yeah, as soon as that sun went down, I wanted to readjust that. So that's the inside. That's the way it looks right now. It's looking good. So we'll let that go until the internal temperature of the fish is about 145, 150, and then I'll take it off and cool it down. So that's it. That's the Smoke Daddy cold smoker with our new Pellet Pro Grill. This is it. So thanks for looking. Go start cooking. Okay, our smoked salmon is finished. We had it in the refrigerator overnight, getting it cooled down, and it's very good. It's flaking off real nice. It's the perfect smoked salmon. There's only 3 pieces here. We started out with 4. The 4th one, we ate it. So, you know, that's it. So, anyways, to recap what we did, we used equal parts of kosher salt and brown sugar. Probably for these 3 big fillets, 4 big fillets, I probably did a cup and a half of each. But just equal parts. Cover the salmon or your fish very liberally with the mixture. Coat it real nice. I sprinkle a little black pepper on it, and put it in the refrigerator for 36 hours and let it cure. 36 hours was because this is some very thick fleshed salmon, so that's why I did that. Then after the 36 hours, I rinsed it off in some cold water, let it soak for about 2 hours to let it freshen up, they call it. And then I took it outside and put it out in front of a fan and to dry it out. You got to have it a little dry to the touch before you put it into your smoker. The other thing I did, I made a mixture of molasses and some rum. I used Captain Morgan's. Kind of made a syrup and then just brushed them while they're sitting under the fan, just to get a nice sweet glaze on them before I put them in the smoker. And then we put them in the Pellet Pro pellet grill. Worked great on the smoke setting. Yesterday it was 100 degrees out, and I was able to maintain a temperature of 155, which was perfect for this fish. So that's it. We also had the Smoke Daddy cold smoke generator on it, and that to add a little extra smoke, and it worked out great. So that's it. You can get those pellet grills, the Pellet Pro pellet grill, at smokedaddyinc.com. Feel free to give me a call anytime, and that's it. So thanks for looking. Go start cooking.